Hello, I'm Richard Chernyavsky of Brand Development Network International on making your marketing matter more. Positioning is the mother of all marketing. The purpose of positioning is to transform mere products, compounds, medical devices, financial services, whatever your offering is, into a brand. A brand is an entity that enjoys a special relationship with its customers. An entity that engenders loyalty. Positioning gets at the most important choices that we marketers must make, namely, who's our target customer, who are we choosing to better serve than the competition? What market are we playing or competing in? What is our core differentiated benefit or meaning for that target customer? What reason why support do we have to make our benefit more credible and compelling? And last but not least is what is the personality, what we call the brand character, that we want to imbue in our brand and reflect in everything that we do in our marketing. We define competitive positioning as the way we want our customers to perceive, think, and feel about our brand relative to competition. And while all positioning strategies need to be competitive, enduring, and ownable, there are many different approaches to positioning. I'd like to talk with you about two of them. I'd like to address a subject that's very important and very relevant to all of us marketers. And that's the subject of repositioning, which you're all familiar with, versus prositioning, which should be a relatively new concept to most of you. Repositioning, as you all know, is reactive. It reacts to continued decline in sales, or it may react to specific competitive actions that are having an adverse effect on your brand. On the other hand, prositioning is proactive positioning, and it occurs while the brand is healthy and the brand is continuing to show growth. Let's illustrate the important difference between the two concepts. I'm going to draw two axes. On one axis, I have sales, and on the other axis, I have time. We all like to see our sales grow to achieve a maximum value for our brand, and we also like to extend the time or the life cycle of the brand. A life cycle typically looks like a bell curve. There we go. Or at least that's the way it looks for consumer products goods. For healthcare, such as pharmaceutical and medical device brands, that life cycle is going to vary slightly. In other words, what we're going to see on the tail end is not a gentle slope, but we're going to see a precipitous decline. That precipitous decline is usually a result of patent expiration, or it could be new products in the pipeline that are going to be introduced and supplant the current brand. But it really doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is that there is a difference to the curve, but for purposes of explaining the difference between repositioning and prositioning, it shouldn't matter to you. There's one other important line that I need to share here, and that's this line. Yeah, I'll bet you know what this line is. This is the profit line. And we want to make sure that we're above this red line with our brand, because anything below it is red ink. So where does repositioning occur? it typically occurs on the down slope. Here's when we might start reconsidering repositioning, but oftentimes we and our managements let it slip and we don't act on it until it's late, much too late. Why is that? Well, we make a number of excuses why we shouldn't be repositioning. For example, one of the excuses that we might make, and what we're hearing more and more today, is the economy. Namely, that the economy is not being kind to us. The second excuse is that our competitive actions are temporary and will not be long-lived. But it doesn't matter, because these two are just idle excuses. The fact of the matter, once again, is that we're responding much too late if we're beginning our repositioning down here. That kind of an effort is likely to fail on us. Why does it fail? Simply because management's not willing to sustain support for the brand. Why should they if they're not making much money? Instead, where we're more likely to get support is by taking a proactive stance and positioning the brand. Where do we position? Where the rate of increase begins to decline, right there. And what we want to do is make that S-curve move up and to the right. And once again, when we note that the rate of increase in growth is beginning to slow down, beginning to decline, then we position again. And we position again. In this way, we're able to extend the life of the brand further to the right, many, many more years, and at the same time, push our sales even higher. So, there you have it. Repositioning, reactive positioning, or positioning, proactive positioning. The choice is yours. But remember, repositioning is going to carry a very, very heavy burden on your ability to achieve success. On the other hand, positioning can increase sales, extend the life cycle of the brand for many years into the future, and continue to build brand loyalty. Yes, the choice is truly yours. On behalf of all of us at Brand Development Network International, thank you for your time and best wishes in making your marketing matter more. If you'd like more information, go to www.bdn-intl.com, where you'll find our many service offerings. Or please don't hesitate to call me, Richard Chernyavsky, at 1-800-255-9831.